Good evening. Begin sports night with Bailey's, the record setters. They are the champions yet again for a record third consecutive time. They claimed the 135-run win over Good Shepherd in today's final of the Guardian Group Herman Griffith Primary Schools cricket competition at the Empire Ground in Bankhall. Bailey's won the toss, chose the bat, and posted a strong 227 for the loss of just 1 wicket off their 25 overs. DeMarco Wiggins was that lone wicket to fall. He went for 31. However, the defending champs were shored up by a 170-run unbroken second wicket partnership between Shadonte Gittins with 87 and Ronaldo Bourne with 56. Here's a look at the Bailey's innings with CBC's Anne-Marie Burke.
With the supporters all in place and hyping up, Bailey's chose to take first knock, and we will soon see just why 227 runs will be put on the board as DeMarco Wiggins got things off to a flying start. That was a quick fire boundary. Wiggins was really putting paid to the ball. Yup, that's 4 more. Wiggins timing the ball like a pro. That's through square leg. It was time for Shadonte Gittins to get in on the boundary action. Nicely guided through for 4. Wiggins meanwhile still on fire with the bat. Bailey's really getting those runs on the board. Here he goes again. Is this a big one or it just drops in? And having put a sterling 31 runs on the board for his team, Wiggins was given his walking papers. LBW to Oliver Gooden, the score 57. Finally, Good Shepherd has something to shout about. But this was the first and last of any celebration they would have, as Ronaldo Bourne came to the crease and immediately showed that he meant business. Bourne also had luck on his side. This would have been the end of his stay at the crease, but not only is he dropped, but it's rolled into the boundary for 4. And with that, a partnership was solidified that would see Bailey's through the 25 overs without losing another wicket while having a boundary fest. That's Bourne again. I'll also say Good Shepherd's fielding was very tardy, so what should have been a catch instead was a boundary. Bourne escaping on this end again. Gittins meanwhile inching closer and closer to his half-century, adding more and more boundaries to his stats in the process. And it was on this ball that Gittins got the single. That would let him raise his bat. The 50 is his. Soon after, teammate Bourne would also have his time in the spotlight. The half-century brought up with a 4. Raise that bat, boys. Deservedly so. As an unbroken stand of 170 finished in a blaze of glory from Gittins, saw Bailey's complete their innings with a total of 227 for 1. Shadonte Gittins not out on 87. Ronaldo Bourne 56 not out. Good Shepherd needing 228 if they want to win. Anne-Marie Burke, CBC Sports.
Well, thanks, Anne-Marie. Good Shepherd, well, they did want to win, but in reply, they were restricted to 92 for 9 off their 25. Shamar Bell claimed 4 for 10 as the now 3-time champions won by 135 runs. Well done, Baileys. Barbados Pride have taken the first 2 sessions on day 1 of their opening West Indies 4-day championship match against the Leeward Hurricanes. After winning the toss and deciding to bat, the Pride had the Hurricanes 153 for 6 at tea in the ongoing day and night encounter at the 3Ws Oval. The slide actually started though in the first session, as CBC's Sean Green reports.
Munchin Hawes facing up to Keon Harding of the Pride, rocked on the pad, up goes the appeal and the finger of the umpire. He's gone for 1 in the second over. Miguel coming from the other end, getting the edge, just past the diving third slip. Forget that, that's 4. Harding again will send Rajendra Chandrika's stump for a walk. All stump gone, and so was he. He made 4, it's 11 for 2. Hayden Walsh Jr. into the attack, lifted over the top by Casey Carthy, dropping just inside the long-off rope for 4. Devon Thomas now with dancing shoes on, smashing Walsh down the ground for 4, back past the bowler. He then pulled out the broom and swept beautifully. That one goes behind square to collect his second 4 in the over. Thomas facing up to Walsh once more, dragging that back foot a bit too far. Bills go flying, quick hands by the keeper, Tevin Walcott. He's gone for 10, it's 35 for 3. But Carthy was still there and looking as solid as a rock. driving majestically through the covers for 4. Cummings into Carthy, getting a bit too close to him, and he drives back down the ground past everyone. The fielder chases, but only to retrieve. That's 4 more. Hakeem Saunders looked good for 12 before this bad misjudgment outside the all-stump, bowled by Cummings as the Lures reached 75 for 4 at lunch. Sean Green, CBC Sports.
Thanks, Sean. And as reported, the Hurricanes moved their lunchtime score from 75 for 4 to 153 for 6 by T. Casey Carty was unbeaten on 67 with 4 fours and a 6, while Hayden Walsh Jr. at that point had 3 for 56, and Keon Harding 2 for 24. Live coverage is currently on radio 94.7 FM. Now moving on now to more cricket news, where we have internationally, Chatawar Pujara struck his 16th test ton as India were restricted on day 1 of their first test against hosts Australia at Adelaide. Pujara made 123 with 7 fours and 2 sixes, but he was the only batsman to carry on after a start, as India were 250 for 9 at the end of the day. 4 Australian bowlers have 2 wickets each, led by Pat Cummins with 2 for 49. There were mixed fortunes for St. Michael's School in the quarter-final round of the school's volleyball competition. SMS girls knocked out Springer Memorial in straight sets in fine fashion to advance to their semis, but the boys weren't so lucky. Their A team are out of the competition after losing in straight sets to the Barbados Community College's B team. CBC's Shane Seeley reports on the action from Martindale's Road.
The ladies go first, and after winning the first set at 16, the SMS Cougars were on clean-up duty, looking to sweep their way into the semis. And we can see from early on why this was such a walk in the park for SMS. Zane Greenwich to serve, and what was that? Easy pickings for the Cougars. Greenwich again with the serve, down the middle, same result. SMS cruising to the finish line. When Springer did manage to get the ball back in play, this happened. Ball just long, point to SMS. Springer's coach Tonya Joseph called in the girls for a pep talk, hoping to put some pep in their step and points on the board. But it was all SMS Cougars in this one, and they would go on to seal the deal, 25-16, 25-7. The big boys now, SMS lads, looking to follow the Cougars into the semis and starting well with this tamish spike down the middle, point to SMS. But BCC are no walkover. Nathan James here, set for the spike, but comes with the soft hands, splitting the SMS block. Pulling out all the stops to keep the ball in play. Akinola Cumberbatch teamed up with Jonathan Aline, making sure BCC get the point. Points like those are what you need to get to 25 first, and it was Nathan James, lights out, with the game winner, 25-17 to BCCB. Game 2 action, a lot closer this one. St. Michael though putting up a fight. Good block by BCC, but St. Michael's responds with placement. SMS still in it to win it. But in the end, just too much pressure from BCCB team saw SMSA crumble. Theron Durant blasting home in style, and it's the BCCB team into the semis of the school's volleyball tournament. Shane Seeley, CBC Sports.